So we're looking at parallel lines and transversals. So what we need to remember, and remember it's also referenced on your graphic organizer, that if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then each pair of corresponding angles is congruent, each pair of alternate interior angles is congruent, each pair of alternate exterior angles is congruent, each pair of consecutive interior angles is supplementary. Remember, that means it equals 180 degrees. And recall from Unit 1, vertical angles are congruent, and a linear pair is also always supplementary. So let's look at example 1. The great thing is that if we know one angle measure, then we can find them all. So if we look at example 1, it says the measure of angle 1 equals 65 degrees. So let's label that. That one is 65 degrees. Find the measure of each missing angle. Be sure it says give your reasoning. So your reasonings can be different. So I'm going to give you what I would use. So right away, I'm going to start. Angle 1 and angle 2 are a linear pair. So right here, I would write they're a linear pair, which means they add up to 180 degrees. So for angle 2, we would say that it's 180 minus 65. So that means that angle 2 is 115 degrees. Oh, they gave me all that room. So we would say because my reasoning is that they are a linear pair. 115 degrees. So let's label it. When we label our picture, it makes things easier. The measure of angle 3. Well, if you look, 1 and 3 are vertical angles. That means that they are the same. So angle 3 is going to be 65 degrees because it is a vertical angle. I'm even going to say with angle 1. So it's a linear pair with angle 1. So looking at angle 4, we can say it is the same as angle 2. So angle 4 is going to be, I can't write today, 115 degrees because it is a vertical angle with angle 2. So then we'll label that. So then if we have this intersection of measurements, then we know these because they're corresponding angles. Angle 1 corresponds to angle 5. So that means angle 5 is 65 degrees because it is a corresponding angle with angle 1. The measure of angle 6 will be 115 degrees because it is a corresponding angle with angle 2. Angle 8 is going to be 115 degrees because it is a corresponding angle with angle 4. And then the measure of angle 7, corresponds to angle 3, so it will be 65. So this is my reasoning. You could obviously use other reasonings. You could say that these are same side exterior angles, so they add up to 180. So angle 8 would be 115 that way. You can use whatever reasoning, but you do need to justify your answers. Looking at example 2, it says that the measure of angle 6 is 142 degrees. So the measure of angle 6 is 142. It is a vertical angle with angle 6. So that means that they are the same. So angle 1 is 142 degrees. Now angle 1 and angle 5 are a linear pair. So if angle 1 and angle 5 are a linear pair, that means that they add up to 180 degrees. So 180 minus 142 would be 38. So angle 5 is 38 degrees. Angle 2 is a vertical angle. Vertical angle with angle 5, so that means they're the same. So angle 2 is 38 degrees. So now that we have the one intersection, that means we actually have the second one. So if we slide it down, we have corresponding angles. Angle 1 corresponds to angle 3, so that means that angle 3 is 142 degrees. If you want to shorten the word corresponding to C-O-R-R, I'll take that with angle 1. Angle 4 corresponds with angle 2, so that means that it is 38 degrees. Angle 7 corresponds with 5, so that means angle 7 is also 38 degrees. And then angle 8 corresponds with angle 6, so that makes angle 8 142 degrees as well. Now, like I said, your reasoning can be different. It needs to make sense and be correct, but it can be different than what I wrote down. But you need to make sure you justify whatever answer you gave.